Սիրելի բարեկամներ, Նյու Յորքի սրբոցնահատակած վարժարանի աշակերտները այս տարի եւս ամենայն լրջությամբ պատրաստվել էին իրենց գիտական շաբաթին։ Սիրով ուզում եմ ձեզ ներկայացնել մեր պատրաստած ակնարկը այդ մասին։
Holy Martyrs Armenian Day School of New York, in parallel to their classes, organizes frequent educational, historical, and scientific events almost on a monthly basis. These extracurricular activities help children to further their knowledge and also instill a deeper sense of their Armenian identity. One such event, the 28th Annual Science Fair 2016, took place last week. The event kicked off with the ribbon-cutting ceremony by two former teachers, Mrs. Lilian Iskanian and Mrs. Mari Yakupian. All the grades from nursery through 6th grade studied different science fair topics, with each grade presenting their own science projects. The nursery class studied the solar system and made a display of it, which included comets, planets, and asteroid belts. Kindergarten's topic was ice. 3 of the experiments included making ice cream, showing how ice melts by sprinkling salt on the ice, and making a snowman named Olaf by putting baking soda and vinegar and turning it into foam. The first grade section was dedicated to matter. This included 3 different experiments that showed the 3 states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. In one of the experiments, the teacher made a new solid material called oblek by mixing water, cornstarch, and green food coloring. Second grade studied the animals and their homes. Some of the animals that were presented were the ostrich and the octopus. The ostrich is a large bird and lives in the desert. The octopus has 8 arms. If one gets cut off, the other will grow back. Octopi have blue blood. They can't hear anything, but they have very good eyesight. The third graders had an exciting topic of dinosaurs. The students shared the many different types of dinosaurs that existed millions of years ago. Some of the dinosaur models even had sound effects. Fourth graders studied vertebrae and invertebrae. In their presentation, they explained that invertebrae, such as snails, crabs, and worms, are animals without backbones, while vertebrae, such as mammals, fish, reptiles, and birds, have backbones. Fifth grade studied the scientific method. Each student used the scientific method to perform their own experiment. The students used the 7 steps in the scientific method, which are purpose, question, research, hypothesis, procedure, results, and conclusion. Sixth graders' presentation was focused on diseases. The students demonstrated many ways in which diseases can be spread from one person to another, including insect bites. On the second day of the science fair, students come to school dressed up as their favorite scientists. There were several Einsteins, Steve Jobs, Hovhannes Adamians, Marie Curie's, Ardem Migoyan's, Isaac Newton's, and Edison's. The guest speaker of the day was Dr. Angela Muradian, who spoke about oral hygiene and how bacteria in the mouth affects the health of our gums. On the third day, the entire student body was grouped into purple and green teams for a science trivia contest titled General Knowledge. Each teacher, including Armenian teachers, asked 10 questions, among them questions on Armenian vocabulary. It was a very interesting and exciting day. In the same afternoon, the Invention Center began with an address by Principal Zarmine Boghosian. In her speech, she mentioned that this year's science fair is dedicated to 2 scientists, Dr. Yervan Terzian and Professor Vasken L. Parsegyan. In the past several years, HMADS Science Fair has been taken under attention by the Armenian Engineers and Scientists Association of New York, New Jersey chapter. This year as well, responding to the students' invitation, AESA President Hovhannes Martirosyan, Aram Setyan, and David Mikhailian, Haik Kocharian took part in the fair. As members of the jury, they paid detailed attention to the 4th, 5th, and 6th graders' science presentations. The serious treatment of the students and their work plays a very important role in the encouragement of their development, self-confidence from a young age. The inventions that were presented by the children were not only very interesting, but were also practical, made with the purpose of making everyday domestic tasks easier to accomplish. As a jury was deciding the winners, Haik Kocharian showed a 3D printer he has designed, which cost under $1,000. He demonstrated how it worked by printing a tiny black microphone made out of plastic. All the students showed a great interest to this novel technology. Each student who has submitted an invention received a certificate from the Armenian Engineers and Scientists Association of New York and New Jersey. Additionally, the first place winner received a $100 Amazon gift card. Second and third place winners received a $50 Amazon gift cards. Money that was awarded to the junior scientists were donated by Mr. Vahan Tanal. The winners of this year's science fair competition were first place Brianna Tamizian for her invention called Apollo Medmaster, second place Carolina Guekjian for her invention called Sense Me Bottle and Talking Food, third place David Hovanesian for his invention called 2-in-1 Brush. Overall, Holy Martyrs Armenian Day School 3-day science fair generated a great deal of excitement and interest, unleashing children's curiosity and imagination, which was exactly the purpose of this wonderful 3-day annual event.